With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Graves with Southern University. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement.
Well, great day for football. SWAC Championship game. Good Lord gave us a great day for football and atmosphere, and we played a great game, 4 half, and played against a very good football team, which we knew. Hats off to Coach Taylor, his staff, and Jackson State on winning the SWAC Championship, and hats off to my guys, for my coaching staff, for working hard and getting us to this SWAC Championship game. In all things you give thanks. So I still say to God be the glory for giving us this opportunity. And it didn't end the way we wanted it to end, but it doesn't really scar a really good season that we had.
Did the change in quarterback really hurt y'all on defense? I mean, I know you prepared both, but
no, it didn't hurt us. I think a lot of times, a lot of stuff is made out of what it is. We knew who Zy McDonald is and what he does, and our guys. So it wasn't anything that, as the guy said, it's just execution. We got to execute when we call the defense or offense or kicking game. The guys have got to execute, and he didn't. We knew what he was going to do. We knew how they were going to do it. It's just a matter of them executing more so than we did, and that's what happened with that.
And the switch to Xavier, how did that process work out? Did y'all let the team know early in the week, or was that today, or was that yesterday?
No, we practiced all week for the most part that way. Jalen was injured. He got injured in the last game, and we were trying to work through it, but we worked out other quarterbacks in the event that he was not able to play, so it wasn't going to be a last-minute thing. So. And we do that anyway. We work those guys as if who's going to be the starter. And so when we found out, that he wasn't going to be able to go, then it was okay. Let's plug and play and keep going.
When did y'all find that out?
Well, we found it out towards the end of the week.
Coach, what do you feel like was the ultimate switch in that second half?
Turnovers. You can't turn the ball over. You cannot turn the football over. When you turn the football over, you give the other team the momentum. When we came out and we threw the pass, the one with Kirkwood, turned it over. That right there, that takes the wind out your sail, because they just scored, I believe, or something just happened. So now what you have to do, you have to gather yourself, and you can't get so anxious. You can't get so anxious until you press. And in a situation like that, he catches the ball, the knee hits the ground. The call is the call. But at the end of the day, you got to protect the football. We tell them on offense all the time, hand the ball back to the official, so that way you don't have to worry about it being a turnover. That's how you eliminate turnovers. Give the ball back to the official, and that's what happens. When you turn the ball over, you lessen your chances of having success. So, and that's what happened.
Defensively, what did you see in the second half that Jackson was just kind of able to capitalize on?
Justin, we didn't adjust the way we should have early on, and they adjusted and made the plays that we're supposed to make, and then even when we had guys in position, and then that goes back to it again, guys start to press instead of just trusting and doing what they've been coached to do, and that's going to happen in championship games when guys start to press and try to do something other than what they've been coached to do. Now they get out of position. We knew that McDonald was a quarterback that was going to throw the RPO, and we knew that he was going to throw the hitch route. So we aligned those guys in those areas, and then they're still able to make those completions. So then you got to ask yourself the question, okay, why was he able to complete that? And it's because guys started pressing and got away from what they were coached to do.
Coach, do you feel like this is a game where the lack of a passing attack not really caught up with y'all?
No, not at all. We threw the ball as much as we wanted to throw. Even in the first half, we had those guys reeling. Coach did a great job of spreading those guys out and throwing the football. So it didn't have anything to do with a lack of a passing attack. Number one, you got to throw and catch. that helps. You got to throw and catch, and then because they were reeling. And I think sometimes you get back into a groove. You're trying so hard to try to slow them down, and sometimes I think we slow ourselves down a little bit. But at the end of the day, again, when you don't execute, the two things you always look at, and this helps you when you win and lose ball games: third down conversions and turnovers. Third down conversions and turnovers will tell the story 9 out of 10 times. And so you got to convert, and you can't turn the ball over, especially against good football teams. You can't do it against not so good football teams as well, but it's tougher when you do it against good football teams.
Talk a little bit about T-Set, how he played. It looked like he was starting to get some confidence after that touchdown run.
Yeah, he did. He started getting a little confidence, and and then in the second half he started to press a little bit. But that's what you're gonna get. I said it all year. You're gonna have growing pains. You got 2 redshirt freshmen and a junior, a redshirt junior, but you got 2 redshirt freshmen. So it's gonna happen. He started wanting to make big plays, and he kind of got away from the fabric of what we wanted to do. And you can coach and you can say well, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. But when you're out there in the heat of the moment and you're a redshirt freshman, you got to live with it. Just for every good thing he did was good, and what was bad was not so good. But you live with that. It's a learning experience. Hopefully he'll grow, and he'll be better for it.
It seemed like he was having a lot of success running the ball, taking those quarterback runs in the first half, not so much in the second half. What did you see from him?
Well, again, they're going to adjust as well, and what they started doing was bringing 2 off the edge. So basically what that does is eliminates your quarterback runs. So then we gotta be able to go, and then knowing that, hats off to them, knowing that he's a redshirt freshman, inexperienced. So now it's up to, okay, if we bring 2 off the edge, so now we got the dive and the zone Q. Now, is he experienced enough to throw those hots and those reads or what have you? And that's what you take a chance on. You take a chance on. Hopefully that he'll see it and throw it that way. But again, nothing beats experience. So again, we'll watch it, correct it. We'll go in off season, and he'll be better for it. So again, hats off to those guys. Hats off to my team. Again, I think those guys did a great job because being picked 4th, and then people counting us out when we were 2-3 or whatever the record was, and to play for a championship this first year. I mean, hey, you nothing to hang your head about, nothing to be upset about. We just got to go to work and just get a little better.
Time for 2 more questions, Dr. Bill.
Yes, Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Bill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Coach Gray, in terms of the third down efficiency at the first half, he held them 0-3. Even for the game, they weren't necessarily just that efficient. They had one key that was coming out of the second half that was key to the drive where they took the lead. Talk a little bit more in terms of, even though you held them efficiency, that they were able to kind of get some big plays in the first half.
Yeah, well, again, when you talk about third down efficiency, I was talking specifically about us. But even when it's them, we probably had a pretty good third down efficiency. But then you got to go and look. But they were having big plays on first down and second down. So the sticks were moving. So, the third down conversions may have been minimal for us defensively, but they were having success on first and second downs.
You kind of touched on everything that y'all been through this season. How much of, the foundation for what you want this program to be was laid this year?
Oh, we've laid the foundation. I think we've laid the foundation. Now it's time to start building the way that we want to build it. And we've started that. Now we just got to continue to add more to it, because I think the guys understand what we're trying to do, how we're trying to be, and what type of program we are. So I think the foundation is laid. We just got to continue to add the pieces to the puzzle, and things are going to be real bright for Southern in the future.
Appreciate your time.
All right, go Jags.